Hi, everyone. Welcome to our podcast. Today, we're talking about the future of the moon. I'm Emma, and I'm here with John.
Hi, Emma. Hi, everyone. This is going to be a fun conversation. Remember, this podcast is for improving your English. Listen carefully to our words and practice speaking, reading, listening, and writing. Let's get started.
The moon is a place that has always fascinated humans. We see it in the sky every night, but what's next for it? People have been to the moon before, but now many countries and private companies are planning to go again. They want to explore more and maybe even build bases there.
That's true, Emma. The future of the moon is exciting. Many scientists are talking about using the moon as a place to live and work. It could be a spot for astronauts to stop before going further into space, like to Mars. Imagine living on the moon. It would be so different from Earth.
Yes, living on the moon would be very different. The gravity is much lower, so you would feel lighter. Also, there's no air, so people would need special suits to breathe. But with new technology, scientists believe that we can solve these problems and make the moon a place for humans to live.
And let's not forget about the moon's resources. The moon has materials that could help us on Earth, like helium-3, which could be used to make energy. Some people think the moon could even be a new source of fuel for spaceships. It's amazing to think that the moon could help power the future of space travel.
Another exciting idea is using the moon as a place for research. Scientists could study the moon's surface and learn more about the history of the solar system. The moon is like a time capsule because it hasn't changed much over billions of years. Studying it could give us important clues about space.
That's right, Emma. The moon could also help us learn more about Earth. By studying the moon, scientists can better understand how planets like ours formed. Plus, the moon's surface is a great place to put telescopes. Without the atmosphere of Earth in the way, we could see deeper into space and make new discoveries.
And don't forget about the idea of moon tourism. Some companies are already thinking about offering trips to the moon for regular people. It might sound like science fiction, but in the future, people could take vacations to the moon. Of course, it would be expensive, but it's a possibility.
Moon tourism would be incredible. Imagine looking at Earth from the moon's surface. It would be a view like no other. However, it's important to remember that traveling to the moon is dangerous. We would need to make sure it's safe before letting people visit. Safety is a big priority for space exploration.
Exactly, John. Another challenge is how to make the moon a sustainable place to live. Right now, everything astronauts use on the moon has to be brought from Earth, like food, water, and oxygen. In the future, we will need to find ways to grow food and get water on the moon itself.
Yes, sustainability is key. Some scientists are thinking about using the moon's ice to make water. They found ice in craters at the moon's poles. This ice could be melted into water for astronauts to drink, and it could also be used to make oxygen. It's all about using the moon's resources wisely.
Another big topic is how to build structures on the moon. We can't just build regular houses like we do on Earth. The moon's surface is very rocky, and there's no atmosphere to protect people from the sun's radiation. Scientists are exploring ways to build with moon dust or even 3D print buildings.
That's true, Emma. Moon bases would need to be very strong to protect people from the harsh environment. But with 3D printing technology, we might be able to build shelters using materials found on the moon. This could save a lot of money because we wouldn't have to bring building materials from Earth.
And what about transportation? On Earth, we use cars, planes, and ships. But on the moon, we would need special vehicles to move around. NASA and other space agencies are already working on lunar rovers that can help astronauts explore the moon's surface. These rovers are like cars for the moon.
Yes, lunar rovers are an important part of exploring the moon. They help astronauts travel long distances and carry heavy equipment. In the future, we might even see more advanced vehicles on the moon, like flying drones. These could help astronauts reach difficult places that are hard to walk to.
Speaking of difficult places, the far side of the moon is very mysterious. It's the part of the moon that we never see from Earth. Scientists are very interested in exploring this area because it's untouched by humans. The far side could have different resources and secrets waiting to be discovered.
The far side of the moon is definitely a place of interest. In fact, China has already sent a mission there to study it. They're trying to learn more about the moon's geology and see if there are materials we can use. It's an exciting step forward in our understanding of the moon.
The moon also has a lot of potential for international cooperation. Countries like the US, China, Russia, and even private companies are all interested in the moon. Working together on moon missions could bring countries closer and help share the costs and risks of space exploration.
Yes, cooperation is important. Exploring space is expensive and dangerous, so it's better if countries work together. The International Space Station is a great example of this. In the future, we could have a similar space station on the moon, where astronauts from different countries live and work together.
One thing people wonder about is the possibility of mining on the moon. Some companies want to mine the moon for valuable resources like metals and minerals. These materials could be used to build things in space or even on Earth. However, there are also concerns about how this would affect the moon.
Mining on the moon is a big topic. There are questions about who has the right to mine the moon and how to do it in a way that doesn't harm the moon's environment. It's important to have rules in place to make sure we use the moon responsibly, just like we do with resources on Earth.
Another interesting idea is using the moon as a launch site for missions deeper into space. Since the moon has less gravity than Earth, it takes less energy to launch rockets from the moon. This could make it easier and cheaper to send spacecraft to places like Mars or even beyond our solar system.
That's a great point, Emma. The moon could be a perfect stepping stone for deeper space exploration. Instead of launching everything from Earth, we could build spaceports on the moon. These would allow us to refuel and prepare for longer missions without using as much energy or resources.
Space exploration is not just about science. It could also lead to new jobs and industries. If we start building bases on the moon, we will need engineers, scientists, doctors, and many other professionals to help. The future of the moon could create new opportunities for people all over the world.
Yes, the space economy could really grow with moon missions. Companies could offer services like transportation to the moon or building infrastructure there. Imagine being part of a company that helps build homes or research labs on the moon. It's an exciting possibility for future generations.
Finally, exploring the moon could help inspire future generations to learn more about science and space. Just like the Apollo missions in the 1960s inspired people around the world, the future of the moon could spark curiosity in young people today. The next generation might be the one to live and work on the moon.
That's a great way to end, Emma. The moon has so much potential, and we're just at the beginning of understanding how it could shape our future. Thanks for joining us today. Everyone, keep practicing your English and remember to subscribe to our channel for more podcasts like this.